And no, I refuse to go down that direction. I'm hoping our phantom friend is still hanging out over there. Could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not. And it should just about do it. Yep. Okay, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Run, run, run. At least we are faster than our orc friend here, so we can afford to just hightail it out of there instead of getting smote even a single more time, because geez Louise. That's a rough one to say the least. And ice form is actually okay. Gotten me killed before because I forget that we lose our extra speed when we go ice form, but it is some AC. It is cold resistance. It's an early excuse to train transmutations, all of which I am a fan of. So we'll see how it goes. But there we go, able to take out the Orc Priest that time around, and hopefully getting pretty dang close to an Economical Temple entrance. Would be nice. Ah. I have no way of dealing with you, huh? 56% chance to evade our paws, only 9% chance to hit me. I would hope that we can make it through this fight. And indeed we can. Fantastic. And then we can just necrotize to our heart's content. I don't like the water moccasin. Dang it. This was such an ideal situation for me in so many different ways. And then the disappointment set in. The unfortunate reality of our situation here set in. Oh, but maybe if I fight it with an ogre skeleton at my back? Sure, it almost lethally poisoned us immediately, but it did work. It did work. You used Ice Form on your Brachyrune to move at normal speed and still use as the run is going. Nice. That's a fun use for it, doing it the opposite way to get normal speed. That makes sense. Oh, right. Necrotize is not going to work on you. Gosh. Darn it. Stop giving me all the gosh darn demonic things, game. Let's try this one on for size. Let's try and backstab you. Regrettable. Very regrettable. We have 2 lives. Probably going to lose one here, though, so that's nice. I guess I can try and blind you. We do, in fact, blind you. And you're dead, Sigmund. Highly deserved. That's for all the innocent adventurers you've killed over the decades. Venom of Trident on that son of a gun. Surely you got what I meant. Trident of Venom, of course. Perfect. You're gonna say at least until you get Statue Form online, but that actually moves slower than Rocky Speed? Yeah. No, Statue Form is definitely a bit of a downgrade for anyone's speed. Oh my gosh. More demons. Exactly what we wanted to see here today. Well, let's see. This stairwell is potentially relatively safe to go back to. So if we pop up here, it's the one that's nestled. Perfect. Get me out of dodge and nestle me. Fantastic. Hopefully I can kill you. At least we have cold resistance thanks to our thick fur. Fantastic. Does last us just long enough to get through you. This time we can beat a necrophage, right? Not so much? Slightly? Oh gee, oh me, oh my. Again, looking for the Economical Temple, please. One temple, if you could be so kind. Oh, this does look like the same orc-bear pair that we came across in our previous journeys, so that's interesting. Oh, you know what? I thought Berserked Bear was definitely just going to murder me, but that's fine. For a Naga wearing Ponderous Ego that Statue Form melds, it's neutral. The slowest of all characters, just barely getting there. I guess I wasn't taking ponderousness into the equation for sure. Oh gosh. come on, please. There we go. Able to kill the necrophage just barely, just by the skin of our teeth. And a mark trap. Fantastic. Oh, just what we wanted to see here today. Run away from Grinder, of course. Fortunately, we didn't get paralyzed, because that would have very likely just spelled the end for us. Oh gosh, how did you know? You're a crafty little demon, you know that, Grinder? How did I kill that necro? With my bare hands. More like my cat hands, I guess. Jeez Louise, this is not looking good though. Very much have limited options at the moment, with Grinder really cutting off our avenues of opportunity here. But hopefully can get past that by just some creative exploration here. My sharp paws, exactly. Going with our training unarmed combat. That's the thing, we're over leveled to where you'd normally first be coming across necrophages, and as Dennis mentioned, we do have the claws at the very least to keep our boat afloat. So otherwise, no shot would that have turned out quite so well in our favor. And Iron Imp or Shadow Imp or whatever you are. Not great, huh? Guess I have the Ice Wand. So I could try and blast the son of a gun. They're very resistant to cold, but I only need a tiniest bit of damage to go through. And at least Ice Blast avoids or pierces some cold resistance. So fantastic. Does just enough to kill you. Real pain in the rear. And perfect. Let's just continue on. Hopefully not run into Grinder. Starting Fire Spellbook is another interesting find. I could definitely be bothered to learn fire stuff, because I am likely to want to take up Ignition at some point down the road if I end up finding it as an available option, of course. But always happy with that, so maybe something to keep in mind. No temple on D5, unfortunately. I was hoping to see some good progress there, but it is what it is. Right, all the other downstairs are terrible. This one's not much better, but I can at least outrun the iguana. Then I just need to fight you. Then we'll end up fighting you as well, I guess, while we're at it. Fantastic. And now this is where we make all of our money. This is where it all comes together, baby. Fetibus is not where it all comes together. Hold up. After this fight is where it truly all comes together. In fact, yeah, even finally being able to take out orc packs is nice. How about that? And call upon the dead to rise and hopefully kill one of you. Or not, that's cool too. Let's bring you upstairs, my friend. And hang out up here instead. That seems kind of nice, don't it? Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I. So there we go. Reanimate dead did once again seem to cause the intended behavior of bringing zombie into the mix. Oh my gosh, and you actually... Okay, you last longer than I thought, honestly. Okay, I need to use Reanimate Dead a bit more now that we have it up and running. Do I have any other damage at my disposal? I think maybe learning air magic for airstrike and having that smite targeted damage is kind of nice. Last until you change floor, cast animate undead. Oh, so when it talks about... See, I was confused because in the description, duration of the effect is all I read, but that's how long the passive zombies rise effect is. That makes a lot of sense. Silly old me. Well, in that case, this stairwell is filled to the brim with gnolls, so maybe I have to try my way. Go get him, Tiger. Not great so far. Let's try that again, shall we? Just use all of our consumables to get into the mix here real quick. If I get paralyzed, I'm probably just dead, but what else is new? And once more with feeling. Oh, my zombie friend does learn to hate. That's good to know as well, actually. I assumed that I could do no wrong in their eyes, but fair enough. Honestly, I'm glad that you speak for yourself, my zombie friends. Okay, definitely bring Necrophage upstairs. Definitely step around in case we do have to run lickety-split. Perfect. We beat the bear last time. Do I think I can do it again? Let's do it, because I would very much like a bear zombie on my side, if at all possible. Okay, or not. That's cool too. You're still almost dead. Oh gosh, but you're not dead. Just almost dead is not good enough. There we go. Did I miscast animate dead? Dang it. No bear zombie for me. Whoopsie daisies, but that's fine. We've lost one of our lives, but we're still holding on to a spare, so I still have some faint hope as to our future moving forward. I believe there may be a single chance, a single opportunity for greatness. Polearm user is not what I was hoping for. Double polearm user, even worse. Especially since halberds just deal more base damage. So that's always fun. Hi iguana friend, if you could join the party here. Okay, now everyone's slower than us. So we can start kiting, potentially, as long as we don't get too surprised around the bend here. And let's get an army started, shall we? I think this is the key. This is where things start to well and truly take off. We are faster than our entire army, so that's always going to be a constant struggle, but it should be fine. Oh wait, if I leave floor, I lose my army. Okay, you know, we're almost done this floor. Let's finish it off. Okay, we're done this floor. Perfect. Let's go check out our temple. So there's Ured again, at least. Any Kiku? Any Kiku lovers out there? So, Kiku, bring forth the wretched and dying, protects us from necromantic miscasts and death curses, protects us from torment, allows us to invoke torment. This is still normal. Forbidden knowledge. It's nice because we end up getting the high level necromancy spells regardless of what happens, so that's kind of sweet. And thanks, Colgate. Yeah, Control T to set speed to slowest ally. I don't think I'll use it. I think I'd rather just outpace them, lead enemies back to them if at all necessary, but good thing to keep in mind and to let the people out there know, because that's definitely a hotkey that I've never had to use before. And then the flip side of this is red, which, let's actually read these. So you have the Reap Souls, Recall an Undead Harvest, Trading Souls for Undead Servants. Interesting. Drain Ambient Life Force and Bind the Living Souls. So the Reap Souls thing just seemed very similar to the powers of Reanimate Dead. Seems like they're a bit more permanent. They don't disappear when you change floors. I would assume that's what the Recall Undead Harvest is. It's interesting. Then yeah, going back to Kiku again. I do like Death Curse and Torment Protection for the later parts of the game. Let's try it out. You vote for Kiku Colgate? Sounds good for me as well. We'll give them a good old try here. Give it a shot. And let's do this, shall we? Not exactly what I was hoping to run into. I'm guessing, yeah, Necrotize isn't going to do nothing against you. Turns out maybe I should have just walked the opposite direction. Oh gosh. Battle of attrition here. In fact, how many turns before Zot finds me? Okay, still many thousand, because I believe this is what the cool kids call an impasse. New plan. Actually, wait a second. There we go. Just paralyze you. Fantastic. That son of a gun. But okie dokie, let's get the army started once more here, shall we? Yeah, definitely just blast you on our side of things. Fantastic. Oh, no, yeah, don't blast myself. That seems silly. And perfect. And another Ufetibus, really. A bit of a theme going on in the game so far. Oh, I see why casting it again is interesting. Huh. So each time we use Reanimate Undead, we only have that army. Very interesting. Hey, Arthur C. Clarke, you saw Callie Portman's demise on YouTube. It's heartbreaking. Oh, it was rough for sure. And good luck with Persephone. These names are top notch. Yeah, big ups to Safed and to the rest of the community too. I feel like Cat was the big one that everyone started jumping on board because there are just so many fantastic options available there. But yeah, hopefully Persephone here can do as well as Callie Portman. That's the dream, even though it's not looking like it so much at the moment here. Summoning Wretched is like corpse delivery, but working with new Necros spells. Interesting. Well, my friend, let's just paralyze you. Hopefully that does the trick. Fantastic. And then, oh gee, +1 Vorpal Spear. Come on, 57%. There we go. Chances are you just murder me with one hit, but maybe I get a friend. Phone a friend, then maybe I also paralyze. I said maybe I also paralyze you, and yeah, there we go. That's about what we expected. Oh, the life of Felid. It's a rough one. I mean, definitely my bad for walking us into a dead end. Don't get me wrong. That's something they teach you in day 1 of DCSS class. But hey, we're working on it. We're getting there eventually here. Definitely should just buy Scroll of Identify while we have the opportunity. Free ID there. As well as, let's start on potions as per usual. One more 3 stack. There's curing. Beautiful. Maybe heal wounds? Maybe second try heal wounds. Definitely a clear potion. Third try is I've always said third try is the charm. Orange potion, quite the opposite of heal wounds. Degeneration. Fantastic. Well, let's just get back into the mix, shall we? Another ID scroll. Ruby potions, also not heal wounds. Fantastic. Not too bad at the end of the day. I think we'll be just fine and dandy. And okay, here I need an army. See, that time around I got a skeleton. Huh. I thought Reanimate Dead always superseded, but maybe not at the end of the day here. Regardless, I guess we might as well put our army into the mix to do some amount of damage. Or not so much, that's cool too. Then, let's make a new army. A new, much more better army. Fantastic. Give it a shot at the very least. And that should be most of D7 done and dusted, I guess. Wand of Light is really good against enemies with eyes. Definitely already saved our life once on this run, so I can imagine. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to see, though. Dang it. Whites are absolutely no good for us. 50% chance to put you to sleep at least, so that's something. This is where we should have started cross-training a little bit sooner here. Let's leave spellcasting up at like 8, and then, oops, let's try that again. Oh, that enters wizard mode. Okay, that's good to know. Let's not accidentally do that at any point, shall we? But let's learn some of that air magic that we were talking about earlier. It's going to take a hot minute to bring it up to a reasonable degree, but I think we need some kind of recourse for moving forward. Even though ice elementalists share similar issues a lot of the time, I will say that I'm a much bigger fan of cold magic than necromancy personally. I'm still excited to see some of the necromancy changes that I haven't had the opportunity to experience so far in these runs. But I will say my instincts are not especially positive. Add the spell Sublimation of Blood to my library. Don't think I care? Yeah, that's not something that's useful for us. Maybe we do want to learn something like Agony. It's only adjacent, which is kind of brutal. Definitely would prefer not to be adjacent to anyone if we can at all help it, but it's interesting. I play so few necromancers that I'm used to torment just being something that we have to worry about being inflicted upon us and not something that we can, you know, pull the old reverse Uno card with and see what happens. Ice Blast is like the worst one you could possibly have, my friend. Hopefully we don't die. Oof. Well, let's see. This is all next to whites. Whites, and more whites. But maybe we split them up here. In fact, max damage of 12 on you. You do have Drain, which I don't love. Yeah, already I'm feeling very drained over this encounter in more ways than one, my friend. We can murder you. Then there's at least one more down here. Dang it. Moccasin was not in my my equations here. Let's drink Lignification to give us the armor class. Wand of Light to blind this son of a gun. Perfect. Oh, geez Louise. Well, I can at least drink Curing, I guess. Should get us through this in one piece, just barely by the skin of our teeth. Definitely need to heal up before running into that son of a gun. And okie dokie. Oh, Centaur, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh, it's so bad. Well, get me out. And not this stairwell, but this one, I guess, is now our next best bet. It's still scarily close to the buddies we were just encountering. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's not the end of the world. No, it's kind of the end of the world. Oh, geez Louise. It's a bit of a struggle for sure to get off the ground here. Let's maybe just go off into the unknown, shall we? Keep him busy, Skelly. You're my only hope. Both of you, keep them very busy, please, and thank you. I probably should use my cutting abilities, but you know what? I'm done with that floor. Yaks, not better. Hate to break it to you. Okay, and that's a dead end, so let's be sneaky about this. Gotta say, I think we're just out on this one, Persephone. It's not looking good, my friend. Could turn into a tree and try and outlive this. 28 damage from you is rough, though, my friend. 28 AC exactly for drinking tree potions, so how about that? I guess we are evasive right now with Acrobat. 18% chance to hit me. No shot. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Don't mind me. Do you know what? Let's... Actually, what am I doing? If Centaur comes around the corner, I'd probably die. Well, we're definitely keeping ourselves kind of in the mix. What do I think about the new Animate Dead? It's interesting. Yeah, it's hit a few different wrinkles of trying to figure out exactly how it functions. But I definitely find it to be an interesting posit on it, because yeah, you're still not getting like the endless armies of the undead like you used to back in the day with necromancy, which makes sense 'cause there's a reason why they took that out of the game. Oh my gosh. How many more charges of that do you have, my friend? 7 charges? That's too many. If you ask me, honestly, too many. Let's just try and blind you. Hello, Centaur. That's exactly what we wanted to see here. Well. Do I bring Maurice upstairs? It's not horrible. Kind of wish that they just blinked away from us and then that would be kind of the next best thing. Airstrike was on its way down as well. We were so close to having some non-necromantic damage to finally be able to boom these folks with. I guess this is where learning something like Vampiric Draining probably would have been worth it. Just to have available when we're forced into it. I'm always bad for like, oh, I never want to be adjacent enemies, so just ignore that. Not completely fair at the end of the day. But I don't think running is an option. I'm going to turn into a tree. Oh gosh, I'm about to get ice blasted, aren't I? One ice blast deserves another. Let's start off on our own, and I guess we could start reading scrolls like mad. Scroll of teleportation, but doesn't work. That makes sense. Fear would be nice. Enchant weapon, useless. What else have we got here? In melee, how much damage do you do? 19? Okay. Not the end of the world. I guess, what are the odds that we keep reading and we eventually run into fear, hey? Immolation? You know, that's almost good. It's almost good. I think it does kill me in this specific instance. Maybe I chug curing like it's the only thing I have left in life. Oh, okay. No, that was a lot more explosion than I intended. It was kind of close. We only went down to -7. So there is that. Oh, geez Louise. We don't even have that much time left. We had to start a bit early today. Because I have to head off a bit early this evening as well. It's always rough when you have the awkward amount of time left. With resistance pot would have made it. Yeah, if we'd maybe started also throwing some potion chugging into that scroll, desperate scroll reading. Would have been a chance. Yeah, it definitely went out with a boom. Hey, Arthur. Say the least. Well, I'm happy. Call that a good amount of attempts with Necromancer. We'll come back to Necromancer at some point in the future to give them a fair shake. But I don't think Cat quite has the synergy with it that I would like.